Leah Widener, and I'll be doing a speech about veterinarian and client communication. Speaking with a veterinarian can be intimidating. There's a lot of information going to the client has their own questions and concerns, the client is possibly worrying about their pet, so good communication is important so that there are not any issues between veterinarian and the client. In 2016, Dr. Amanda Chen wrote an article for Veterinary Practice News outlining reasons why good communication between veterinarians and clients is necessary. Client could feel as if they should be receiving better care, or they could also feel like the doctor is not listening to their concerns. Dr. Chen also gave examples of how to improve the communication between veterinarian and client in her article. Veterinarians should be sure to address clients' concerns. Veterinarians should always be open and honest, have empathy for the client's situation no matter what it may be, and document all communication. Now that I have discussed the effects of miscommunication on the client, let me move on to my next point, which is the effects of miscommunication on the veterinarian. In 2018, Dr. Colleen Best wrote an article for eQuip Management discussing why communicating clearly and effectively is essential to a veterinary success. A veterinarian's communication is a main point a client looks at when choosing a veterinarian. If a client does not feel like they have received good care, they could switch veterinarians or not pay their invoices. Dr. Best's articles from 2018 also includes that veterinary schools are starting to require communication training for their curriculum. This requirement will help the students communicate better with their clients once they are working in the veterinary field. Now that I have discussed the effects of miscommunication on the veterinarian, let me move on to my next point, which is the effects of miscommunication on the patient. In 2011, Dr. Laura D. Garrett wrote an article for DVM 360 saying that when she asked a client about their concerns, she was able to connect with them. This allows for a personal connection with the client, which then leads to better care for the patient. She even gave an example about how she was talking to a client of hers, a couple whose dog had cancer, about treatment options, but the husband stood in the corner with his arms crossed, not speaking, until she asked him if he had any concerns. She then learned that he had had the same type of cancer and knew all the treatments, and once she made that personal connection with him, he became more involved in the conversation. In conclusion, miscommunication between veterinarian and client can happen very easily. Today we discussed how this miscommunication can affect the veterinarian, the client, and the patient. We also discussed ways for better communication between the veterinarian and the client to help everyone. It is important to the veterinarian and the client that each patient get the correct and proper care, so communication is very key between them. This is my Works Cited page, and thank you for listening to my speech. I hope you enjoyed it.